Storytelling has been like a superhero in my life. Heroic, ingenious, inspiring about helping others to share and appreciate their story, and evasive and introspective when it comes to my own. Yeah, I tend to steer away from this little spotlight here, although it's becoming much more fun. I understand the awkwardness and the vulnerability and the power of sharing your story, and that's why I'm here to help you make the most of it. Let me make this really clear. I understand how difficult this can be. For as long as I can remember, I've really valued how art and storytelling can inspire and can influence us. And cue a little montage of me singing and dancing and performing and drawing and making my little creative heart out. And that's continued. It's a wonderful thing to embrace. And I've come to relish over years making interviews with people to help them share their journey and across culture, wisdom across languages and across areas of expertise. I loved asking the sage questions and weaving together rich storyscapes for us to immerse in. I even wrote my master's thesis on narrative, but it brought me no closer to my own story. I developed expertise in marketing and communication and strategy working with government and cultural organisations. But if someone asks about me, I point over there at the Goodyear blimp and hope someone changed the topic. So what's changed? Basically, I've made a decision to be clear, inspiring, and an agent for change. And that's been a bit of a seismic shift, I could say, over the last 7 years of my life. I can trace a few things to tell you about. Meeting an outrageously open and unusual man who I've fallen in love with and who really sees through my little mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a puzzle routine, and pushes me to always be on the forefront of growth. I chanced everything to be with him and moved from Sydney careerism to play big in the world, and went to a small community up in the top end to have adventures amongst the crocodiles and the most amazing karaoke you can imagine. I started working for Indigenous leaders towards their vision for change, and I joined a board of Art Back NT to tour and create around Australia. I've worked with government, with community and with cultural organisations towards resilience and economic development in communities, and that's continued in the work I've done around Australia and continues now. And yes, another crash course in transformation and storytelling is with our Dynamo 2-year-old, and she's a wonderful little teacher. I've aligned my business with my purpose and weave storytelling and strategy together towards continual growth on professional and personal fronts. And this is what I have to share with you today. I'm also continually learning about giving myself space and care so I can innovate and fail well, and I can leap towards things that inspire and terrify me. Now, this sounds lovely, but really that's about repeatedly working through and supporting myself through those kind of sabotagey self-habits, maybe those limiting beliefs or those unhelpful stories we tell ourselves that we may have inherited from our past. But you see, storytelling is not just something we bring forth, it also creates our own internal world and can limit or expand for us. And with the support of my partner, my friends, and the supportive entrepreneurial community within which we are, I practice vulnerability as a tool for change. What does this mean? This means that my weakness is witnessed and I witness yours as you welcome it. And together we learn that our fears and our shames and our doubts, they're not unique. We're not alone. And together we can practice vulnerability as strength. Revealing our authentic stories, the good, the bad, the hilarious, the transformational and the ugly, it can really empower us and those around us. And more importantly, it can help progress towards our vision because we inspire those who are ready to hear and to join us so that we create this reality. With this first-hand experience, I'm here to support you in making the most of your storytelling, to weave storytelling within your business and your content strategy, and to become clear of the purpose of the stories that we're creating, to help us plan them and play with them and to share and to grow with those stories as part of the many tools that we have within our business. and our life. It's a much broader art than the business side of things, but it's a really powerful one to feel that you can embrace. I'd love to hear your perspective too about storytelling. What is your story? What do you love or loathe about sharing your tales? Thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you create, connect, and thrive.